what's going on?
I don't understand no
That
yos.
jam was like that was
No
just hot.
yos. But what's up with the yo 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 like it's 1994?
Well, it's gonna always be that time for me. So,
Okay.
yo, what up, though, man? What up, dude, man?
Moving right along. It's October 27th. We're at the cusp of a full moon coming tomorrow.
Yeah, full moon it is.
And today's lovely podcast is actually entitled Friendship. And I feel like
Friendship, and what does it mean?
I got a lot of stuff to talk about today because I've had a very eventful week that I can pull from.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's just get right into it. We're going to start with that who, what, where, when, and why. All right. So, under the bandwagon or umbrella of friendship, we're going to talk about unauthentic people. And it's so funny because I wrote this down earlier this week because I've been encountering people recently this week that like to be one way in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You walk away and you feel like it was a great exchange. And then you hear
that is
that
the worst.
they have trashed the shit out of you right behind your back.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
the
just
worst.
so... I wonder where people get all this extra energy from. Because I've never met anyone that I care that much about to, like, on purpose try to hurt them unless they've done something to me first. Like, I've never walked up to someone and be like, it's my goal to ruin you. You know what I mean? It's my goal to ruin you if you've done something. If you've hurt someone I love, if you hurt me, then it will be my goal to ruin you until you no longer exist. Right. But until then, I have no malicious intent against anyone because I feel like in all things, we all, deserve to be able to be seen as our authentic selves as long as we're being authentic.
Right.
So why do some people work so hard to not be authentic?
I think it's honestly, this goes to like some of that newer generation stuff too a little bit. Like, we didn't deal with that as much back in the day.
You think
People
so?
were not really.
I mean, it's
I don't
just
feel
different how
that.
it's being
Delivered. Yes, because it's like
because of social media.
I think before it was silent.
Yeah.
And then it gets to a point, and then it blows over, and then you know, I got a problem with you. You got a situation kind of that But today it's like you see this, like, oh, they love you. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, you know what I mean?
Yeah, someone could be like super, super nice.
Yeah,
you
like, oh my God,
like,
this is just so
nice
great.
Person.
Like, we could be sisters.
No, I ain't say all that.
But no, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you
like, could just be super nice to
Love is
someone.
Blind or something,
Yeah,
we could be sisters. We could just like, oh my God, our kid's gonna just be.
Oh, we talking about Love is Blind season 5? Yeah, they did that too quick. And then it was like, now we don't talk at all.
But yet, yo, man, though.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
crazy.
like,
Love is Blind on Netflix. Crazy season 5.
But in your face, though, and then just all of a sudden, just switch, and then it's like, then your real friend will come to you like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just feel like it's the let me pull this person down very, very silently and subtly, like I'm really infiltrating. Right. And then that means the further down they go, that means the higher I will go up.
This is the thing that always bothered me, though, about that in particular. Like, you talk about karma. You talk about what goes around comes around. Mm-hmm. All of those different things, okay?
Right.
But sometimes, see, and you know me, I'm an overthinker. So my thought process is, yeah, but I haven't done this to anyone. So how is it coming around to me? Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
right.
I don't ever walk into a room with anything but positive intent. I don't think anything about people. You get what I'm saying? And so it's
Right.
like, why would someone come for me? It's not a goes around, comes around when it comes to me.
Right.
That's the question mark. I'm like, it's not like I did this last week and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that at home, girl. Now I'm getting it. No,
Yeah,
I've been.
it's
You
like
get what I'm
out of
saying?
nowhere.
So it just be like, wow.
Yeah, like it's just the whole. I thought that this was a great this and this, and this was a great that and that, and you're like, but no, it wasn't for them. But
Yeah.
then you can, that's what I'm saying. That's the worst
Yeah.
because, you put your energy in things that you like, or the things that you do, or things that people that you like, and
Yeah.
so you put your good positive energy into them. You put out there, and then they use it against you.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Long story short, for context, I just had someone this week come into my personal space,
Mm-hmm.
and on more than one occasion, just completely try to cream puff me twice in the same week with first lies, and then secondarily just basically just trash talk me to other
Yeah.
people. Mind you, they've spent all day smiling in my face, and then as soon as I leave, that's when they do it. And so it's flabbergasting to me that people like this exist, and people like this think that they're going to get ahead in life.
Yeah, it's something behind that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something behind that. And
I
that's
couldn't
the
start
kicker.
this podcast, unfortunately, without spilling my guts, because today was day 2. 10 minutes ago was day 2.
Yeah, yeah.
So all of this
Yeah.
is like right here at the
Like this-
top,
it just
bubbling. It just happened
happened. Yeah,
an hour ago. So it's like it's bubbling at the top. So it's like, that last minute rewrite of the podcast, like what we're really going to talk about is
Right.
unauthentic
Like,
people.
what we gonna-
So
what
for
we
all
gonna
of
do
you
with
out there
this?
that think that stepping on other people is going to get you somewhere, look 10 years down the line when you become the cockroach that gets stepped on. If you're okay with that for having a couple of years of bliss, boo, do you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to think about the long game, you might want to get there I don't like saying the right way because I'm a balanced person, but
Right.
with balanced energy. Because if you
Yeah.
gotta lie, cheat, steal,
Yeah.
and be a piece of shit in order to get ahead in life,
Yeah.
you'll have your moment where you become the turd. And I'll wipe you off the bottom of my shoe. The end.
I mean, yeah, that it gets to that point. Yes. And I mean, it shouldn't be that way. But
You shouldn't let anybody
there's
come into your
people-
space and destroy your peace.
Well, right.
you know.
Right.
And you come into a group of people where there's harmony. There may be things that need to be fixed. There may be changes made or whatever. But at the end of the day, there's harmony.
Yeah.
And when you come in and destroy that harmony as one person, you can't let that happen. You can't let one person come in and just destroy the harmony
Right.
of the group.
Right. You know how they say, like, don't, like, put your treasure out on people that you don't know or don't trust.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say that per se, because I'm the kind of person where I'm gonna say what I say, and it either resonates with you
Or it doesn't.
and then I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
And you can move on, but that's just what it is.
And
It's
it doesn't
not
even
in
have
a
to be
sense
bad
of
blood.
yeah, it is not a bad but what I'm saying is some people, they put too much into that, where if somebody is affected by it, then it affects them, and then their like heart starts to hurt. You know what I mean? Because they don't like what you said. They don't like it's like, I mean, that's how the world works. So I think say whatever you feel that you need to, but if you're that type of person that's going to be affected if somebody don't like what you say, then you need to change how you say what you're saying and do what you're doing. You change how you operate. For me, I'm not affected. That's just me. But there's a lot of people who are super affected by that kind of stuff.
Let me play devil's advocate. Because at the end of the day, if you want to live in a harmonious area, you have to be affected. You have to care.
No, no,
about
no,
how
no,
other people feel.
no. I'm not talking about that. Like in a sense where I'm saying in a sense of just putting your positive energy out there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I'm gonna always be positive. I'm gonna always be
Yeah.
myself in
Yeah.
that sense. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be who I am and say what I and I'm not going to be affected if somebody doesn't like the way that I operate. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was more taking
Yeah.
the stance of, like, for example, if you say something and it's from your heart, however the next person doesn't take it that way, at that moment I feel like as a human being it's your responsibility to say, okay, you don't like the way I said what I said, give me an example of how it could be received by you in a way where not only you'd understand where my heart is coming from, but you would not feel like I'm putting you down, or you won't feel like I'm being disrespectful or whatever, because maybe just how I communicate doesn't compute well to you, but I can tweak because I care about your energy remaining as high as mine.
Right.
I think that's human responsibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when we can't go there, then at that point you're just a piece of shit. The end.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's Sagittarius for you. So
Well, we can leave that where it is, because and if I didn't say so, that was the what in the who, what, where, when, and why.
Right. The
What is unauthentic people.
It can kind of be who too.
And who
It
or
gotta be who.
or a what is that?
And then it's a why also, because
And
why
why?
are you it's a little bit of all of that, you know.
And listen, don't make me go far. It can also be a win.
Yeah, 'cause
When did I actually
it was 5
meet
seconds
you?
ago. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. We can move right on to twin flame energy.
Twin flame energy, twin flame energy, twin flame energy, twin flame.
So yeah.
So under the umbrella of friendship, I've got the word of the week, and that word stems from, well, let's just say this. The word is miscommunication. Okay. So you take the word miscommunication, you define it, it just means failure to communicate adequately. So then you take the word communicate and you define that one. And you say communication, basically, or to communicate means share or exchange information, news, or ideas.
Right.
Okay. So in retrospect, miscommunication is basically when you're trying to share or exchange information
Right.
and it's misfiring and not adequately being
Right.
conveyed.
Right. Yeah.
But how miscommunication can destroy or create issues in a relationship is huge.
Right.
It could create
Right.
huge arguments and things like that, where it's like one person feels like they're saying something, and that piggybacks off of what I just said in the last segment, is you're talking and you're not being heard the way you want to be heard. I truly believe it's the responsibility of the person speaking to have enough care to take 2 steps back and say, okay, what I'm trying to say is not being heard the way I think I'm saying it.
Yeah.
So let me ask the person I'm talking to what they need to hear in order to, you know, really understand where I'm coming from.
Right. Right.
You know.
Right. And then you have to take every situation too differently, because you know there's those who will say, well, who's to determine what accurate communication actually is? It's amongst whoever you're communicating with and your relationship, whatever that person is. It could be your friend, it could be your spouse, it could be anybody, you know what I mean? The dog. I mean, it could be anybody, and it's like you have to establish the grounding of, or the foundation for, a good, healthy communication between, you know, the two of you.
And we can use a true example. We can use last night's example. With the look on your face.
Why?
So what had happened was we had a party at my job, and we got home late.
Oh man!
No, calm down.
Okay.
Calm down.
No, I'm just saying.
Listen, this is what I will preface. When we argue, we argue like we are having the most Mount St. Helen argument, but we argue about the smallest stupid shit on the planet. We don't have arguments about large things. That's why it's like we're aligned, because all of the things that make people get divorced, we have the same exact mindset of. We argue about the tiniest things, but they will be almost like roots of larger things that have been bothering us for a long time or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And
So just to give a small preface, we had an argument because we got home. We have our wonderful cat Moon, who's not in here. I don't know.
I thought you was about to talk about the ice.
No, I don't care about the ice.
Because that's, I mean.
Listen, we can talk about the ice later. Right now, we're talking about the cat. Okay? Because that really wasn't an argument. It was like 3 seconds and we moved on. The cat was an hour-long argument.
Oh.
So, long story short, we come home. We have this dispenser for our cat food, and it's electronic, okay? So we get home. I had been gone for like 12 hours. So I've been home all day. You had been home for in and out all day. So I go over, and I look in the cat food dispenser, and it's empty, like 4 kernels of cat food. So I'm like, oh, we have to get cat food. The cat's out of food. And you say,
and I say,
she just ate. And I said, yes. However, I don't feel comfortable going to bed tonight with no cat food. So in my mind, could you please go to the store and get cat food? Now, in retrospect, the argument wasn't 100% about the cat food. It was about the fact that I made a request, and I really wanted you to have a Bill Cosby moment and say, sure, dear, and head over to the store and get some cat food. But that wasn't your response. Your response was, she just ate. She good. We'll get it in the morning. And because I couldn't get just an immediate, sure, dear, that pissed me off. Because in my mind, I'm like, I'm asking you to do something so that I feel comfortable. I won't feel comfortable tonight unless Moon has food in that damn dispenser. That was just me being me. And I think that your mindset was,
well, let me tell you.
what I'm saying is rational. Yeah, I'm going to let you. I'm just telling you what I think your mindset is.
Right.
And I feel like your mindset was that what you're saying is rational. But for me, it was more about, it doesn't matter whether or not what you're saying is rational. It was about the fact that I made a request. Now you can go.
Well, put it this way. It was really it was more loaded than just, oh yeah, she good. It wasn't just like that. It was more of the situation is that I gave her that extra feeding that she normally would get for the night. But the thing is, you can't tell that it's empty until, like, it tries to come out and there's nothing there. And you're like, oh, or you look at the app and it says that. So because the day was just so crazy, I just gave her that. And I gave her extra food. She had a lot of food. She was good, right? And I was letting her know that I had gave her the extra feeding, and she is set for the night. So she will be fine, for that night. But it was more or less how angry she got, because when I was trying to explain how and what happened to her, or to Moon, and the whole situation, despite the crazy day we already had, like, it was just because she went so left and so upset. And I felt like it was not just about that or that situation. I feel like it was because it was so many things that was bothering her on the inside internally, and it just trickled down. And then that was just the last straw, like, of just everyone around you not giving you your requests when you need it. You know what I mean? And
but so what? It doesn't matter what it. That's the point.
Like, so what?
It wasn't about that. It's 100% about. I've said this for 13 years. I would like every blue moon for a Cosby Show sure dear moment. and I don't get those ever. So that's all I was looking for.
Well, yeah, and that's fine. I'm not. It's not even about that for me. Like I said, like that, I'll go get some food, whatever. That's cool. It's just that for me, over the times, it's like, oh, just trust me, we're okay. It's just the trusting in me that she's fine.
So you're looking
I'm
for the
sure
trust
I
in
gave
me,
her-
and
I
I'm
gave
looking
her-
for the I just need to be heard, and that in itself is miscommunication.
Yeah.
But in that moment, because I personally am a really good communicator, I can literally say to you, hey, I'm just in need of a yes dear moment. And if you can hear that
Yeah.
and be like, okay, she needs a yes dear moment, knowing all the things that I'm going through at work and all these different places and how stressed out I've been,
Yeah.
I just would appreciate when I communicate to you that I need a yes dear moment, that you are open to, okay, well, she needs a yes dear moment. And I feel like a lot of times it's the things like that that I need that'll make the biggest impact.
Yeah.
That you
It's
feel
just
like
how-
it's just not right now, and then
it's hard to see that sometimes, and like sometimes I could see it right, and I'm like, okay, this one of those moments. But sometimes it's like it goes so left so quickly that I didn't even catch it.
Men don't understand
You know, it's like
the
it-
power
it-
of a yes dear moment.
It goes so quickly, like it'd be like, oh, okay, we just walked in the house. Oh, let's take off our coat, and I was like, oh my god, like, oh, what? Whoa.
Well, what it was is you were
Whoa,
standing by the
whoa.
front door. You hadn't even taken your shoes off yet.
I was trying,
and so I was trying to catch
and then
you.
I was like,
yeah, I was
like,
literally trying to catch you because I'm like, you still got your shoes on. Can you run up to the street? We live across the street from Walmart. So I was like, hey, can you just run up the street and go get some cat food? And you were like, I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm like,
I know,
but
I
the
wasn't-
shoes
no,
are
I was
still
not
on
saying
your
I'm trying to get
feet.
comfortable.
You did. Say
no,
that.
I said.
You said I was about to get comfortable,
No,
and I
I
said
didn't
the
say that.
shoes are
I
still
didn't-
on your feet.
No, I did not say that. Like,
Yes, you
no, I
did.
didn't say no. I'm trying to get comfortable.
Yes, you did.
You know it's funny.
Yes, you did.
Because that did not make
Yes,
no
you
sense.
did.
No, it's
Because
not.
I literally put my
I
purse
was
on. I said,
saying-
you know what? If you won't go, I'll go. That's what I said.
Yeah, but I'm saying it went crazy before I could even walk in the door. I was like, what's happening? And I was like, oh no, okay, this is what happened. So my thing was, I was like, oh, she's panicking because she think Moon didn't have food all day long and she was starving and
Overthinking.
and no,
Instead of just hearing the words come out of my mouth.
No. It was just, I mean, like, that's the only reason why somebody would go that frantic, right? That's what I was thinking.
But this is once again the point that I was trying to make. This is the real time argument. We're gonna put these on Patreon in like 6 months.
Real time argument.
No, I'm saying, but the point of the
We're
matter.
gonna start recording
you know,
arguments.
the point of the matter for me. This is what I say to everyone. I've said this to you. I've said this to people at work. What I can't stand more than anything sometimes is feeling like I have to explain my request. I don't need you to understand my request. I want you to sometimes just make my request happen because it matters to me. You don't have to but I'm like surrounded by people in every part of my life that I feel I have to come up with an explanation as to why I want to do something. That in itself has created a level of anger on the inside of my body that I really think is affecting my health.
Yes.
There's nothing that pisses me off more than that, and I get it from everyone. There's not one person I know. I think if Moon could talk, our cat would ask why. That pisses me off.
I know.
So heavily because it
And-
makes me feel like everyone feels like I'm incompetent.
And that's what I was feeling. That was the root was, it was so many more things. It wasn't just about that moment. It was like, it was a lot of just all of that, just you being surrounded by a lot of that energy.
I'm surrounded by it.
And,
so at
and
home,
and that's why I was like,
would like to have
so
moments.
at home, yeah, and
At least once or twice a lifetime.
yeah, and I think it just blindsides you, So
That's why I'm planning a solo
because
trip.
it spills over.
You hear me?
You know what I mean?
That's why I'm planning a solo trip for myself one day. Maybe in 2 years. It may be a cruise, but I'm going to do something where I go somewhere completely alone, where I can get like 3 days, where I don't have to answer to anyone or tell anybody where I'm going or why I'm going or why I need it or why I think it's a good idea, if I don't do that soon, my head might explode. I'm not joking. Because at almost 38 years, I'll be 38 in 60 days. And I haven't had one moment in my life that I could make a decision that I didn't have to tell somebody why I made it. And this is almost like a moment live. Like a brain moment for me.
Well,
like that's a horrible feeling.
And I get completely
everyone
what you're
always
saying.
needs to know why.
I get what
like
you're
just
saying.
because I want it.
I completely get that. Like I definitely get that.
If I want a new phone, it's because I want a new phone.
Right.
If I want to cross the street, because I want to cross the street.
And I mean, look, you're talking to somebody that my whole life was based on that kind of stuff.
But you
not
do it
being
to me.
understood, not being because of what I've grown since and having dealing with that since. How I deal with that is I don't need that anymore.
Don't need what?
Meaning I don't really care for, like, if somebody asks why and this and that, I understand that I am a whole nother level. And for me, when I sell you those things, I'm like, you think intellectually higher than anybody I've ever met. So the way that you think is like on a whole nother level. So somebody just, basic thought mind person come around and they're going like, what? What does she mean? Like, why is, where, what? They asking all the what, whys, who's, and what's about what you are requesting because you're intellectually on a whole nother plane. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I look at it that way. You're that amazing. So, so to say, well, I just need it right now, and smile and smirk and keep on moving. But I'm not going to let it take me down too far as I used to.
I just need it now. And it doesn't end with you right there.
Yeah.
Then you take 20 minutes and tell me why I don't need it. And then that's when I explode.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's different.
That's what you do.
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
Listen.
Look.
Wait,
okay, wait.
No. The cat thing.
Let me go.
I said, I really won't
Move
be
your
able to
finger.
rest or sleep well unless you please go get Moon some cat food.
No.
And if you don't go get it, I will.
No.
Those are my exact words.
Okay, but listen. What
Before
I will say,
it went to
what
10.
I will say is that when there's two like powerful minded people, that will happen a lot. Okay? That's just what it is. That goes with the territory. That's what happens when you have a Scorpio and a Sagittarius. But that's why they say in those little charts and stuff about, oh, it's a Scorpio and a Sag, really? Together? Oh my God. It's mainly because if you can't handle that type of energy, very often, then that's why things like that wouldn't really work.
And I'm a Leo rising.
Yeah. But then the Aquarius in me though.
Which is nothing.
See
Please.
what I'm saying? See what I'm
Please.
saying? I get such a calm, just like, okay,
The airheads.
let me just.
Because you're an airhead.
No, that actually does not mean that. It's actually a very intellectual sign. Thank you very much. I just tap into that, and I just, I was a lot heavier Scorpio before, but now I'm trying to balance all of them out. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. When it came to the old friendship thing, I was thinking about that too because,
I keep hearing a bump or something.
a bump.
It's like,
I didn't do it. I'm sorry. Is it your chair?
no. I don't know what. I'm trying to find out where it is. But
Okay.
I guess
Moving
we'll
right
find
along. As I was saying, a lot of people have this thing that if you don't have a bunch of friends or you don't desire
Oh yeah.
a bunch of friends,
yeah. That part.
that there's something wrong with you. And it's so funny because it's like, me personally, I don't feel any holes in my life. Not being like, oh, why are you taking my stuff?
I
No?
just don't-
Nope. There's your bottle of water right there.
I just want to sip.
You have a good day. So because no, you cannot. I'm trying to stay up. I'm doing a lot. Anyway, sorry. I'm trying to read my notes. And
Right.
You reaching for my drink. You
We
can't
don't.
have it.
She don't have
Moving
any
right
holes.
The point I'm trying to make is,
Mm-hmm.
for me personally, because 90% of the stuff that I am into, you're into.
Mm-hmm.
You are the person I talk to about everything, and we bounce things off each other.
Right.
Anytime I need anything else, if it's like female camaraderie, I have a whole mom and a whole sister. And so I get that fulfillment there,
Right.
and a daughter.
Yeah.
So after that, I don't have any holes. I don't have any longing desires. For me personally, when it comes to like friendships, it becomes like a liability. It becomes actually more stress in my life because I have to pretend to give a shit about the things that these women are talking about. And so I have not yet met the unicorns that would probably be my spirit animals. I'm open to it. If it happens one day, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But right now, the idea of friendship is people calling me to say, let's go get a drink. I don't drink.
yeah.
I don't want to. You want me to get in the car to go somewhere to do something I don't want to do. For what?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah, it's that they get stuck in your life.
sucking the life out of you.
And then you're like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, I choose to do this. I'm good. You should be good too. Don't judge me.
Well, it's like you go to work for 9-10 hours a day.
Yeah.
So you spend 10 hours of your day having the life sucked out of you by a job and all those people and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come home and you have barely nothing left to give to your own family.
Yeah.
Then you try to find 10 minutes to try to give to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the nerve to expect me to want to take that little bit left
To get up
and want to go to a
somewhere?
club or to go get a drink.
What's that group? What's that group you was listening to? I want to take off my bra. I want to take off my pants.
That Instagram thing. It was an Instagram video he is referring to. These two ladies on Instagram that are amazing.
Yeah.
That they had this song basically about how you basically say you're not going like, I just took off my bra.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. But
It's so
if you
funny.
find it on Instagram, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just,
It's that example. Though.
and people will say stuff like, if you don't have other people that you're talking to, you're that doesn't make sense, because literally the point of life, honestly, is really to actually, like, most of the people saying this don't know themselves. So the thing about it is you spend all this time, like basically exploding your energy all over other people.
Yeah.
But you don't know anything about yourself, your own tendencies, your own brain, your own inner child is screaming because it's standing behind some barbed wire doors because you've locked it in a closet on the inside with all of your,
Yeah.
unworked through crap that you don't want to work through, and you mask it through hanging out with your friends at the local bar. I just am more interested in working through those things, and I find more fun doing that and making sure that the time that I am allowed to be my time, because when you go to work, that's not your time. That's time that you are required to give to somebody else to pay your bills and be able to have some type of quality of life, because at the end of the day, we live in a world where our food has no nutrition, so we got to spend $500 a month on supplements. On blue light glasses, because you got to look at computer screens to get far in life and make so it's like you got to buy $400 blue light glasses because the $10 ones don't really do
life
nothing.
is too stressful to be worried about what you feeling, because
So then
I
when
don't
you
want
get
to
that
go
little
somewhere.
10 minutes at the end, you want to use it doing something you want to do.
Yeah, no.
And you don't want to be shamed into doing something because the rest of the planet, I mean, they're eating their GMO Walmart food, so they don't have to worry about meditating or anything because they've never thought about it.
Oh man,
This
GMO
this might not
Walmart
be the
food.
most positive podcast today, but I just wasn't in a positive mood today.
Hey, look, that that's the real though. But see, that's part of the thing though. It's like I wanted to spend like 90% of my time not having to explain my why and my desires and how and you know what I mean? If I'm talking about something that is like on a whole nother conscious level or something, I could just look at that. Hey, you see that? You see that poster right there? Yep. We already know what we're thinking about
Yes.
that poster. We know what's in it. We know what's behind it. We know.
Yes.
I
That's
don't
someone
wanna
standing there
have
and be
to-
like, what?
Yeah,
I'd be like, just go away.
So I don't want to. I want to spend 90% of my time not having to explain that.
And also, I'm not interested in the whole evangelistic
Yeah.
mindset of feeling like it's not my job to change anyone.
Right.
Life is a journey. Life is a personal journey. And it's
Yep.
a fun one. It can be fun as you walk through it and you have your trials, your tribulations, your, experiences. And so the thing about it is, if I find something out today, it may not be for someone else until 2 years from now. But when they find out the same thing, then maybe we'll come together in 2 years. But today's not that day. You know what I mean? There are people I may know now that to me are not my people, but could be in 2 years because everyone's allowed to change every single day. And if you're not open to that kind of change, I mean, what's the point of living? So it's not about trying to make people believe what you believe. It's about you being on your own personal journey and just growing as an individual every day. Period.
Yep.
If you have that mindset inside of your relationship and outside of your relationship, you also know that you don't own your partner. So even if they get a nugget a year before you,
That.
you give them the room to have their growth while
That's-
you have yours.
Yeah, that's the whole like they got stock in like even how you see like those even shows and movies where the friend is like, no, you're not gonna this and you're
really
not
did
gonna that, and you're like, what?
I'm so
Like-
sorry.
like-
I think I burped in
like-
the mic. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Okay.
I
You didn't hear it. It didn't
No,
happen.
I didn't. But I mean, like I don't think it should be that kind of situation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should have that established situation or relationship where it's like you understand one another. You understand that I must say something, my opinion. You have your opinion, this and that, and then we either take it, leave it, resonates with us, great. If not, okay. But everything is fine. It's how affected people get when you do not go along with what they want you to do.
And you know what it is? I just got a nugget about that.
Well,
We only get mad when the other person's decision is going to directly affect you.
yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
have a situation, like for example,
Yeah.
if you decide, hey, I need to go to Machu Picchu for 30 days because I need to, find God,
Yourself.
whatever.
Yeah.
What only reason why I would be pissed off is because I'd be like, so I got to take Ellie to school every day. I got to find a way for me to get her home. I got to do this. Da, da. That's really the only reason why I would get pissed off. If we had millions of dollars and I had people to do stuff and I was like completely content,